Hello everybody, it's me GFish17 here, and I have something exciting to tell you all. I both registered to vote and voted on the same day. October 5th, 2020 is the day I registered to vote. And I voted. I voted for Biden Harris. I voted for Teresa Greenfield. And I voted for Breckenridge. Those are the people I voted for. And I even voted for Miller Meeks, which is unfortunate because I mainly voted on account of the fact that the ad against her sucks so bad, and only just after I voted for her did I start getting more substantive ads that were informative. But a single bad ad that's uninformative is reason enough, in my opinion, to vote for the opposition, because if you can't provide me with a sufficient argument for why a person is bad, then I'm just going to vote for them. Personally, I'm hoping that the PR teams who do catch wind of any random video and decide to watch mine because they flipped a coin or they rolled some dice or whatever, however they land on this video, I'm hoping that they'll have heard that and will take that into consideration in the next election cycle. Maybe put out a substantive ad next time that's informative rather than just all hype, because they just now started using informative ads. I didn't realize Meeks was such a bitch to the American people, cutting off healthcare and all that. But yeah, you give a stupid ad, I will vote in the opposite direction. That is not a good way to win my vote. So, while Teresa Greenfield has won me over, Miller Meeks also has, but not because of her own position, but rather because her opponent's position wasn't made clear. At least not clear enough for me. Not in a sufficient way to affect my vote. So for all those who run campaigns, I do hope that if you run across this video, you take that into consideration. Or not, but I do represent a tiny fraction of voters. Oh, and it's super cool when you finish voting. You get a neat little sticker. It's kind of like proof that you voted. Lets the whole world know. Your way of showing off that you're a voter. Yep. If I give enough screen time, then people can make a meme out of it. I don't know how memes work. I assume you just put text on the bottom of the screen. I don't know. Now that we got some of my rambling out of the way, after I told you who I voted for, let's move on to what was the voting experience like? And where did I vote? You know what, I'm going to start with the last point first. Where did I vote? I voted in the Newton Courthouse of the city of Newton, Iowa, which is just east of Des Moines, Iowa. I did not have to wait in any lines. it was actually a very speedy process. Now, I'm going to reiterate the date was October 5th, so I voted early. And I recommend you do the same, viewer. Please vote early. It's really just better for everybody if you do. Listen to John Oliver, Key and Peele, and everyone else. Vote early. Heck, listen to Samuel L. Jackson. He's saying the same thing everyone else is saying. Vote early. Vote for what you believe in. And if you had the benefit of hindsight and knowing better, then vote with that benefit of hindsight, of knowing what's gone wrong before. And if you're a disaffected voter, or a person who just plain doesn't vote, period, and you run across this video because you decided to check out what the new people of YouTube are like, well, sorry to disappoint you about my video quality, but here I am. Anyway, I'm imploring you to please vote early. You get a neat little sticker and you get a pin. Yeah, I got to keep a pin too. I'm going to have to find where I placed it. Well, Biden, oh boy, he's a little touched, you could say. Well, to continue on where I left off about it being a speedy process, there was no long lines. There was there was a little bit of hair in there. Anyway, there was no issues with voter intimidation. Everything was actually peachy keen. I voted in person, wearing a mask. It's an interesting thing to vote in person when you've never done it before. I registered online, which, by the way, is not a speedy process. Doing it online is like just complicated. You don't even know where to click half the time. Honestly, I just sort of guessed my way through that entire thing and I registered. It sped up the process quite a bit, but that's only because I did it like a month in advance. I really didn't know what I was doing. I was just sort of clicking randomly and I didn't even know what the heck I was pressing. I got all these options on the screen and none of them told me where to go to just register. So I had to do a bunch of guesswork, which is not pleasant. And I couldn't tell half the time if I was clicking the right thing. Until I got lucky. And then I couldn't even tell if I was registered or not because it told me it was going to send a registration email. Or like a confirmation email. So I looked at my inbox just moments later, not knowing what the timetable is because there's varying timetables for different websites. And I imagine a .gov site would do it immediately. It didn't show up. I didn't get a voter registration confirmation email like they told me I'm supposed to expect at all. So I couldn't even tell if I was registered or not. You know what's more reliable than voter registration confirmation emails? Pornhub confirmation emails are literally more reliable. Not joking. This is coming from first-hand experience. I know. And I'm sure a lot of other people in America know too. Probably especially now because everyone's wanting to vote. Okay, a lot of people want to vote. I can't rightfully say everybody. It's frustrating. Voting, even if you're a white dude like me, voting is a chore. the vote itself is easy. It's getting to do it that's tough. The registration process is a hurdle. You have to guess your way right through it. I did it. I don't even know what I did, but I got it. I'm active. Voter status is active for me, according to the check if I'm active thing. And so I'm happy with who I voted for. 9 out of 10. But then there's a bunch of people on the ballot who I don't know. I don't know the Green Party candidate. I don't know the Libertarian Party candidate. I don't know the first thing about them. They have like no screen time. They don't get ads. They get nothing. I voted for Biden because honestly, I feel like he's the last resort. I want it made pretty clear to the viewers that Biden is an anti-Trump vote for me, as I believe you might be voting for him simply to just deny Trump too. It's more of a protest vote at this point. Joe Biden doesn't have much to offer but milquetoast changes to barely move the needle. If anything, he's like when you pour cream on a rash. Trump being a rash in this case. But it doesn't actually cure the rash. It doesn't solve the problem. It just stops the itch. That's what Biden is. He gets rid of Trump, but he doesn't actually fix anything. He just stops the itch. But he'll wear off, and then you'll feel it again. Especially if it gets wet and it causes the stuff to wear off. That's what Biden is. He's that anti-itch cream that only works if it's not wet. If there's a better metaphor, put it in the comments below. I dare you to make a better metaphor about Biden than that. I'm not good with similes, metaphors, or any other verbaceous stuff. Okay? I'm not, like, really good at that. At least not yet. With practice, I might actually improve. But if you can come up with a better metaphor that's also amusing, go for it. I think it'll make my content more interesting. Especially if in the comment section people have something to read. Well, I actually don't like Biden at all, as many people might have in common with me at this point in time. I'm stating the obvious. I'm repeating myself. It's stupid. I'm sorry, but not only do I not know what to say on the matter, aside from that, but I think it just bears repeating. I watched The Humanist Report just recently, today, and let's check the date here. Is October 13th. And I just watched Mike Figueredo of The Humanist Report. Mike Figueredo. He's basically saying that, well, the best reason at this point would be to give the Democratic Party a false sense of security and to oust Trump. Both. When the Democratic Party has a false sense of security, well, lately we've seen how lazy they can be. So we're relying on them basically being lazy. Now, I'm not going to repeat him word for word. So, what do they call it? Paraphrasing? I don't know. I'm just going to butcher what he said and say this. He's basically thinking that all the Dems are going to go out for brunch while we're organizing and getting stuff done. There. Did I butcher it? If you watch Mike Figueredo and you watch me, I'm pretty certain I butchered what he said. I just hope I didn't butcher it too bad. But I hope I got the general idea across. And Mike, if you're watching this, How bad did I butcher what you said? I think I butchered it pretty bad. I'm pretty certain I butchered it even better than most butchers butcher meat. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying I'm pretty good at butchering people's statements. Yeah, I am. I butcher better than Ray Comfort butchers and atheist statements about logic. Through dishonest editing. Except for I don't have to dishonestly edit anything to do it. Although I will be editing parts of this video out just to make it less long-winded. So I'm going to leave it there. If there's anything else you'd like me to talk about, whether it be politics, anime, whatever else that I might have knowledge on, or not, you want me to comment just out of the blue, let me know in the comments below. And if you like what I do, please like. I have a Venmo account, gfish17 Venmo. I'm gonna leave links down. I'm trying to build my platform. I am awkward about it, but if you like what I do, give me a click on that like button and smash that subscribe button. Just smash the subscribe button. I'm sure there's a way I could have edited a little subscribe button somewhere on screen, but I don't know how to do that yet. The little bit of editing I'm going to be doing that you probably are seeing right now, assuming that I did anything that's even halfway decent, that's it. That's what I know. I've been watching Caden Live tutorials on YouTube, and Caden Live is pretty nice. I know I'm talking about voting and my experience, but you know what? I said I'm just going to leave it there, so I'm done. I'm done, people. My apologies, I get sidetracked. If you're new here, I get sidetracked. Goodbye.